your room? Yes. You can open the doors if you use the proper door stop or door open mechanism. That's perfectly fine. If you open the door and leave it open, he does not have a problem with that. If you're using a desk to hold the door open, he has a problem with that because that's now a tripping problem. That's his issue.
What is the problem? Yeah, because at 7 in the morning, right now it's 8 degrees with no kids.
You have to go get a small little wood door wedge or go to...
Oh, we can use those now, okay.
If you need to for the purposes of...
So, no. You can't use, you have to think in terms of what is going to burn up in a fire.
Yeah.
Okay? Is the door going to slam? So you can't use that wooden wedge.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
That
say.
does not, but you can't use anything that's going to obstruct their way out. Think about the someone pulled the alarm the other day. At the end of the day, kids need to get out and the doorways need to be clear. So we need to find a door stop that's going to meet that requirement. Because Dr. Halbert's referring to the doors where you open it and there's something there that it connects and it holds the door open. Yes, we will do that.
Thank you.
Okay. Clarification on the fire extinguishers. You have to let us know when a fire extinguisher needs to be looked at. We are not in your classroom. You're responsible for your classroom. If the fire extinguisher is on the floor, the kids have messed with it, please inform us. Yes?
What rooms are supposed to have fire extinguishers?
The ones that on the outside door have the little fire extinguishers
Okay, so
on. Not all rooms have fire extinguishers. Okay, major clarification. Please do not shoot the messenger. This one is going to make some of you upset, but we've got a plan in place. The media carts, the cord on the media cart is classified as an extension cord and cannot be used on a permanent basis. The cord is an extension cord because it does not have a safety breaker on it. The reason that power strips are allowed is in case of a fire or an electrical surge, there is a safety breaker on that power strip. So you cannot use the cords that go to the AV carts and put them in the channels on the floor. So Mrs. Peterson has ordered some power strips with some extremely long cords, like 20 feet long power strips. So that's what you would have to use. This particular example is a double whammy, because in this particular example, they have a power strip plugged in to the extension cord. That's a double whammy. You can't do that. So a power strip with a long cord is the correct application with a cord channel taped with caution tape, if that's what you choose to have in your classroom. That's what the fire marshal has specifically stated is acceptable. And Mrs. Peterson pointed out, he is holding us to the highest standard. So we're in this together, guys. Mrs. Peterson, you guys in your classrooms, we have got to get through this. Here's the bad thing. We don't know when he's coming again. He told us he would be back in about 30 days. That's Friday.
That's this Friday?
That's this Friday. So he could be here anytime from Thursday through finals. He might wait till January. I wouldn't count on it. We are expecting him this week or next. Be prepared, because remember, if he tells us to write you up, it is a directive. We do not have a choice. Any questions? Somebody had a question? Yes. So you have to, everybody in the classroom has to have easy access to get out of the classroom.
I thought it was though, so I'm not sure how to pass.
Well, my suggestion is to keep the Chromebook on the opposite side of where the door is. Yes? Okay, so that goes back to Dr. Halbert being a scribe. I was simply writing down the things he observed and he told me to do. And this is a very good point. He might have missed something last time he was through your room. And this time when we go through your room, he might see it. And that, you know, it doesn't mean because he said it was okay last time, it's going to be okay this time. So the story on the lamps is that the lamps are not so much a problem in that the light bulbs are, in that you've got the wrong type of light bulb. And since the district doesn't go around looking for the light bulbs, they do not want lamps in the classrooms. So, you got targeted by for lack of a better term, targeted by the fire marshal. The other teacher got away with it. That's kind of how it went. Lamps, microwaves, refrigerators, espresso machines, popcorn poppers, none of that's allowed in a classroom. Can you have them in an office or the workroom? Yes, but not in the classroom. Speaking of which, if you do have them in your workrooms or your offices, they have to be plugged directly into the wall. You cannot plug any of those appliances into a power strip. And some people learned that lesson, as I did. Any other questions? Yes?
What's the plan on blinds?
Blinds?
We can't use overhead projectors at all without paper on the window.
So, as you noticed, we have allowed the paper to be on the windows while we've been waiting for this to happen. We have been waiting on the blinds. They're ordered. They're actually up, according to them. They're supposed to already be here and up, but they're not. It's the same thing as all of our hardware is supposed to have been replaced.
We need to get done over winter break so we can teach when we come back and use overhead projectors.
I would say no, because the order is in, but they have to put in the order for the entire building. Okay, so that's every single classroom. I would expect that they would be in next semester. I can't tell you what time, but they have not said anything about putting blinds up over the break. We're gonna have a power outage in the whole building that entire break, because they're doing major construction work. So I would not expect blinds, unfortunately. I would love to have blinds in my office, because I feel like I'm in a fishbowl.
But
So I understand
it is aware that we cannot use projectors without them, right?
Well,
Like they
okay,
don't work.
so I'm gonna tell you this, I understand that, and I'm aware of that, but the
Okay.
fire marshal, that is not
I
his
know that.
concern.
I'm just, I
Once
thought you
he's,
guys are aware.
once he's gone, and it's not that I'm telling you to do things after he leaves, but in the meantime, once he's gone, then we'll come up with a temporary fix.
Okay.
Okay? But until then, we don't need to be dinged for paper on the windows.
So,